Welcome back to the garage in Car Mechanic Simulator 2015 with the Rude Man. And in this episode, hopefully, we'll be able to get to 1500 experience and take on some of the other jobs. And in goofing around, I found out that as long as you keep this area clear, you can take a new job. So if we had a car here, we could move the car to this lift, and then we could take another job, and it would put another car here, and we could move it over here to this lift, and then we could take another job, and we could have actually 3 cars in here. I don't know what the purpose of that would be, but because there's just me, I'd have to work on 1 car at a time, but I suppose if you had cars with similar jobs to do, you could run back and forth between the two. But let's take a look, see what we have. I don't know if that's going to be practical for me to do or not. So we have we have job category, job description: repair all running gear faults, find and fix any running gear problems. So these 2 cars have similar problems. Let's take this job and shove it. Just kidding. Now, that kind of explains another issue in the in farming. In Car Mechanic 2013, you could look at your work order just anywhere you look. You could just hit the button and bring up a work order. In this game, you have to point at the car to pull up the menu and the work order. That explains... Oh, there's the phone going off. That explains it. If you could have more than 1 car in here to work on, well, then you'd need to be able to click on each one to find a different work order. So let's move this. I want to try this out. We're going to put this one on the left, and then we'll take another job. Okay. Poor brake performance. Let's do that one. So we'll take that one. And there we have it. Ooh, what kind of car is this? What is this car? Brake disc ventilated. Brake pads, brake pads. Brake disc ventilated. What the hell does that mean? This is a... What? What is this? It's a Royal Crown. Ooh. Alright, so I want to go ahead and put this on the other lift. God, phone's going crazy. So let's look at this one first. I'm going to leave the center point empty because I like to move the cars back into the center. I don't think there's a need for that. It just seems practical to me that if you were actually working on this car and it was done and you wanted the customer to come and pick it up, they wouldn't be driving it off the lift. That's dangerous. It'd be sitting out here ready to be delivered to the customer. That's my theory, and that's what I've been doing recently. So, all right, let's lift the car. And if I'm looking at it correctly, that looks like a bad disc right there. Let's look on the other side. Maybe, are they all that way? That one doesn't look like it, so maybe it's just the front. Let's go ahead and disassemble this. Alright, so I'm not quite sure what they mean by ventilating the disc. Unless we take a shotgun to it, poke holes in it, and ventilate it. Alright, definitely those don't look good, so let's take those off. Now, that disc looked like it's got some kind of wear on it. Brake disc ventilated, it says. What the hell does that mean? Okay. Alright, let's take a look at our inventory. See what we're looking at here. The brake disc ventilated. That doesn't look bad. So I'm not quite sure, what that means. Is that what that part is called? Let me get rid of this stuff. All right, we're definitely going to have to get brake pads. So let's see what we look like on the other side. This one looks even worse than the other one. So perhaps that one disc is not bad, but this one definitely looks like it is. So maybe that's what the deal is. Let's take this off. And we'll take those off. They're bad. And we're going to look at that. It definitely does not look good. That was only 24%. So, all right. Now I'm not quite sure if we're looking at all four. So I'm going to go to the back, take a look at this. I mean, if somebody came in and say had a brake problem, I myself would definitely look at all four wheels. They don't wear the same. The front and the back don't wear the same. I've had many cars where I've had to change the front twice before I even had to look at the back. So the caliper was in good shape. Let's examine the brake pads. %. So those are good, and it looks like the disc is okay. So I'm gonna assume that this one is good, and put it back together. Let's look at the other. Whoop. I don't know if it makes a difference. Well, that one's in worse condition, but it's still probably good enough condition. I had a comment from a subscriber after the last episode told me I better keep my day job. I agree. Back when I was young and on the farm, vehicles were easier to work on. They were not quite so complicated than they are nowadays. We didn't have disc brakes. We had a rope and a something you threw out the back, a drag chute or something. Okay, this one doesn't look bad either. I don't know if I'm going to take this apart or not. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm going to go ahead and put it back together. Well, I think now that I've started it's not going to let me. Okay, so let's assemble that part. But, the thing of it is if somebody came in with a brake issue, there's 4 wheels and 4 sets of brakes. Wouldn't you look at all 4? You wouldn't just look at the first one, oh, that one's bad, replace it and say you fixed it, right? I wouldn't. I'd be thorough and check all 4. Okay, so let's take a look. We need, that's okay, that's okay. That one is bad. That one's bad. What? And the other one was okay. Okay, so we need 1 ventilated whatcha-dinger and 2 brake pads. Right? Yeah. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's see here. We're looking at brakes. So we're looking at a brake disc ventilated. We need one of those for $100. And we need brake pads. We need 2 sets of those. And let's see what happens. Okay, so I guess we'll put this one on there, and we'll put the brake pads on. Put the new ones on. Don't want to put the old ones on. And one of the calipers back on. Thank goodness the game knows what kind of bolts I've used. And then we'll put a wheel back on. Make sure we torque them up properly. They evidently don't have us using a torque wrench. I don't know. Maybe that's just a gimme. Okay, so let's see, what do we have here? Let me get a little closer in here. And we're going to go into assemble mode. Here's the problem that I was having in the last 2 or 3 episodes. The difference with now, see, I'm in assemble mode. If I leave, it puts me in normal mode, and then when I look back up at my thing, it puts me in disassemble mode. And so I was looking around to see what parts I need to put back in. I wasn't in the assemble mode, and I thought I was, because, okay, right now I'm in assemble mode right now. And so I finished doing this, and I'm going to go to the back of the car. I would get out of this thing, I would come back here, not realizing that it takes me out of assemble mode. It puts me back in normal mode. Then when I hit that, it puts me in disassemble mode. In my mind, I'm thinking I'm still in assemble mode because I was assembling a part in the front. And so I kept looking around for the parts to assemble. It's not going to show them to me because I'm not in the assemble mode. So it was a matter of, and I was getting really confused. I was walking around saying, well, what the hell? I know there's a part there I'm supposed to put back on, and I couldn't find it. And that's why. So I just have to remember that each time I do something, I need to look up and see what mode I'm in. So I should be in assemble mode. So there you go. All right. So that should help me out with this, oh my God, I can't find out what I'm supposed to be doing. Which led to the, you know, the things that don't give up your day job. Because I was doing it myself. I was saying, oh my God, you know, thank God that you don't have me for a mechanic. And that being said, thank God I'm not a doctor, huh? Okay, so there we go. Now let's take a look and see at our work order. How have we done? We've done everything, and we made $360. Good job. Good job. Where'd our car go? Hey, where'd our car go? I should have moved it over there before I finished it right. Let's go see what kind of other jobs we have. Because I did hear the phone ringing. Lack of engine power. Put new oil and filter on. Lack of engine power. All right, we already have a running gear job. Let's take this one. And we will put, this is what kind of car is this one? Can't see. All right, fuel rail. What the hell is that? Fuel rail. Lack of engine power. Okay, this is another Royal Crown, only it's not brown. All right, so let's see. Fuel rail. All right. Oh, damn phone. I need a secretary, don't I? Okay, well, first of all, let's put that down because we are going to need to put it on a lift because we have to change the oil. So we'll put that on a lift. I'm going to take this one because it's different. I've had a lot of this this kind of a job. This faulty part. Oh my God. That's got a lot of... See, I just did one of these in the last episode. So I'm going to do this one first because this is different. First of all, we are going to do what? We are going to... Let's drain the... well, I don't know what I'm looking for. So let's look at the engine. And what was the work order? Lack of engine power. Fuel rail. Interesting. All right. Well, let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. Fuel rail. What the hell is that? Is that the well, that's a starter. Why is the starter red? Excuse me. Let's go into examination mode and see if we can. Starter, unknown condition. Well, what the hell good is that? Examination mode if you can't examine anything. Alright, disassemble mode. Now, this wouldn't be a lack of power. Oh, that's good. That's a good part. So that's not... that. You know, that wouldn't be a lack of power. It'd be lack of the damn thing won't start. I'm just curious as to why everything looks like it's got rust on it on this car. This looks like a luxury car. This guy doesn't take care of his vehicle or something. Okay, lack of power. Alright, let's fix what we do know is the problem. Let's drain the oil and do that part. God, these guys need to polish their wheels. Cars are shiny as all get out, but the wheels are bad. Okay, first of all, let's go grab this thing. And I'm having trouble lining these things up because in the other game it was a little easier to get it where it needed to go. Okay, now that might work. It wouldn't let me use it until I moved it into the right position, so maybe that's the secret. Now I just need to find my... There we go. Oil cleaning cost $100. Oil cleaning. Alright, now we're going to do this in the right order this time. I'm going to go ahead and take the filter off. I didn't do that in the last one. And then we'll go buy a filter and put a new filter on before we put new oil in. Do this in the right order. Now that's a filter... Oh, shoot. What filter was that? Inventory. An R4 filter. Okay, let's sell this junk. Alright, and then let's buy an oil filter. Engine. An R4, which would be that one. Okay. Making money now, tell you what. Let's go back to the engine pan. Oh, wait a minute. Is that it? Go into assemble mode and put the filter back on. There we go. And then let's grab this thing, put it back. Be all nice and neat and tidy. And then let's drop her down. Well, before we do that, I want to look and see if there's an issue with the fuel line. How do we do that? Let's look at this. Is that the fuel tank right there? Okay, there's the fuel pump. Let's take a look at the fuel pump. 68%, so that's not it. So let's put that back in. Okay, and then what else could we have coming from that? I don't see anything else from the fuel tank. That was a fuel pump. Don't cars have fuel filters anymore? All right, I guess I don't know what. You know what I could do? What was that work order? Let me look at the work order again. A fuel rail. Let me go look in the parts and see if it show me what a fuel rail is. So HIEFG. There we go. There's a fuel pump. A fuel rail. Oh, what the hell? Is that some kind of an injector system? Alright, so it's on the engine. Alright, so we can let this thing down because we don't need it up on the rack anymore. Except for, before I forget, I need to put oil in. So let's do that. There's no oil in it, so we need to put some oil in. Glug, 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 glug. Alright, and money sound went off, so that must mean something. Let's, just for hoots and giggles, let's look at the oil stick. Ooh, look, we've got fresh, clean oil on the dipstick. So let's see if we can find this fuel rail, or this ignition rail thing, whatever that is. Intake manifold. Engine cover. There, that's it right there. That thing right there. Alright, so something has to come off. So maybe this cover? No. That's not working. What's that? Fuel filter. Okay, maybe this intake manifold? No. Okay, maybe those got to come out. Okay, and then maybe this. Wow, look at that. It's got like a ton of screws or bolts. I guess these would be bolts, right? Because screws would have a pointy end. Ew, look at that. We still can't get it off. Alright, so what's keeping it on? A throttle. Oh, there. God, this thing's got a ton of bolts. I don't know if I'm doing this correctly. Does that need to come off before that can come off? Evidently. Good Lord. We got a ton of stuff now. Let's see what we have. Okay, the ignition coils are okay. Those would be, on old cars, evidently, those would be plugs. So, and then the throttle's good, the intake manifold's good, the engine cover's good, so we just need a fuel rail DI. I'm going to take a ton of stuff off to get to it. So a fuel rail DI is $295. So be it. I better make some money off this deal. Okay, first of all, we'll go into assemble mode. And then we're going to assemble that. And then we're going to do that and put all those bolts back in. Hey, I'm getting good at this. Yeah, right. Oh, jeez. Hey, when I started this episode, I popped the top on a Mountain Dew, and I forgot all about it. Now it's going to be warm Mountain Dew by the time I get to it. But I'm on a roll. I can't stop now, right? Sure I can. Hang on. It's still cold. Sorry about that, but you know what? It's the little things in life. If a man can't have a little sip of Mountain Dew while he's playing a game, even if he is filming it, then what's the world coming to? Right, what's happening? What did I miss? Oh, those things. Do those go in before the cover? I guess so. Or did I already put the cover on? Huh. Did I put the cover on and not realize it? Oh, looks like everything's hunky-dory. Let me check the inventory, though. Yeah, I must have. I must have put the cover on while I was taking a sip of Mountain Dew, I guess. All right, let's move this to the center. See if we get any experience from this. Okay, so we have 1385. And let's finish the job. 1485. I am close. I'm close. Let me look at the jobs. See if we have something real easy. Find and fix any running gear problem. Got another running gear problem. Knocking noises from the engine bay. Ooh, let's take that. That sounds different. One hour later. Okay, let's look at the work order. Radiator fan. Oh, that should be easy. Okay, let's open the hood. Go into the engine. Radiator fan. How does this work? Okay, disassemble mode. And let's look at the inventory. Oh, let's sell that. Look, the radiator fan is no good. Okay, engine, radiator fan. That should be down at the bottom here. Under the R's for radiate. Radiator fan. Okay. This should be an easy fix, right? We're going to go into assemble mode. Sure makes a difference. See what I mean? When I thought I was in assemble mode, it doesn't show me what I'm supposed to assemble. And I'm looking around like, well, where in the hell could it be? Blah, blah, blah. Well, go into assemble mode. Look, there it is. So, always know which mode you're in. Okay, work order, done. Let's see how it's, we got $220. And we're $1,500. Ooh, joy. Okay, another brake problem. But look, now we can do a general running gear control and repair. So, a Katagirl Katsumoto. What? We better fix this one first before we go on to anything new. He's been sitting here for a while. Customer's going to be really upset. Where's my car? All right, so we did this one before. Small rubber bushing. Now this is different than the other one. The other one was just a rubber bushing. This is a small rubber bushing. So we need rear shock absorber cap, a rear wheel hub, a sway bar front end link A, and a small bushing. So let's start with the rear end of the car. Wow, that's a stubby little thing for a four-door. All right, let's look at the suspension here. And let's move around. Okay, right away we see something right there. Okay, so we have that. And then let's go to the other side. And a small bushing. On a car like this, aren't all the bushings small? Hmm. Okay, let's go to the front and see. Whoops, not the exhaust. No, stop it. Alright, let's go to the front. See any small bushings that look bad? Okay, that's bad right there. So that's on the front left. Okay. So we're going to have to take something else off first. What? Something else has to come off first. Shock absorber. Alright, well, let's look around here. If we get too carried away. What else do we have? I don't see any rubber baby buggy bumpers that are bad. So one of them has to be. Alright. I'm going to take this off. I don't know if I have to, but something else has to come off. And so I'm assuming that if I get this out of the way, that gives me room to get in here and maybe take... Well, let's see. Let me back off the camera and see what else needs to come off. Okay, it's going to let me take it off now. For some reason, the wheel had to come off. Okay, so those are two parts I'm going to need. But now I'm looking for a small rubber bushing. Small rubber bushing. Okay, I don't see anything. Let's go back here again. Is that it right there? Right there. No, that's not it. What was I seeing that looked like it was bad? Is it staring me right in the face? What is that? Okay, I'm confused again. Just when I thought I was doing really well, it has to throw something crazy at me. Okay, there's bushings everywhere. There's little bushings there. Rear suspension cross member. Right, what's the inventory say again? I've got rear shock absorber cap. That's from the last job. We can sell that. And a sway front end bar. And I need sway front end link. Rear shock absorber cap. A rear wheel hub. Okay. That means that we're going to have to take... And I'm not quite sure if I have the right side. wheel hub. That one doesn't look bad. Let's go look at the other side. Maybe that's where the rubber baby buggy bumper is. Well, maybe you can't see it from there. Okay, that one's not bad, but what is that? Okay, rear wheel hub. That doesn't look good. So this job's a little more complicated than I thought it was going to be. All right, let's look at that again, and inventory. Okay, so the rear wheel hub is bad. This is a cap, but I still haven't found any kind of rubber bushing thingy-mabobber. No, I'm blind. Wouldn't you think it'd be on the same side that all the other stuff was bad? Okay, so that's just a rubber bushing. This is supposed to be a small rubber bushing. So maybe if I can find something that says that it's a small rubber bushing, then I can start looking. What's that right there? In there. Brake pads, brake caliper. Oh, look at that. It's down in there. There it is. Right there. How do you get it off? Yeah, this job was a lot more complicated than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to have to take half the car apart. I better get good money for this. Did that do me any good, taking all that stuff off? God, how am I going to remember to put everything back on? Oh, man. Are you kidding me? I'm taking half the car apart. Alright. What the hell? What's that right there? Does that have to come off? And then can that come off? No. Look at it from the rear here. Still not coming off. Oh, come on. Good Lord. I'm having to take the car apart. It's still not coming off. I'm going to build a brand new car. I still won't come off. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Oh, this can't be. This can't be happening. Oh, I think I should have taken the other job. All right, does that spring have to come off? Maybe that's all I had to do in the first place. Oh, that might have been all I had to do in the first place. Oh my God, I've taken half the car apart. Good God. How am I going to remember how to put everything back together? Inventory. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. All that just to get him off. Look at what I've done. Oh my God. No. Alright, I do need a rear shock absorber cap. And I need a rear wheel hub. And a sway bar front end link A. Okay, sway bar front end link A. Getting close. Sway bar front end link A. That's it right there. I need a wheel hub. Wheel hub bearing. Really? The cap was good, but that's not it. Wheel hub bearing. Okay, I better check. I don't want to buy the wrong thing. Rear wheel hub. Okay, so that's not what I need. I do need a rear shock absorber cap. Okay, rear shock absorber cap. Let's go into the R's. Rear wheel hub. I need one of those. And a rear shock absorber cap. And I need a small rubber baby buggy bumper. I didn't buy one of those yet, did I? Okay. Oh God, how am I gonna ever remember how? Okay, what came off the front? That tie rod thing. Okay, let's go into assemble mode and put that back on. Okay. And then, can I put the wheel back on? I think that's all I did from the front. Most of the parts I have, I got the whole rear end off. Alright, let's head up here. Try to put all this stuff back together. Okay, see what I mean? In the old days, I would have thought, okay, I'm in the assemble mode because that's what I was doing up front. But I am not. I have to go to the assemble mode and put all this crap back in. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't put the rubber baby buggy bumper in. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble now. Alright, so that has to go on. Okay, that has to go on. has to go on. What else? That thing right there needs to go on. That thing needs to go on. That thing goes on. The spring needs to go on. And the cap needs to go on. And then this stuff in the middle. That on. And why do I have two? Oh, one came from the other side, didn't it? Oh my God. Now see, I've completely lost money on this job just from the labor I put in. Alright, let's go to the other side. And what did I have left over here? I hope I'm remembering everything. You wait, there's going to be one thing I forgot. Rear shock absorber cap. Okay. Right there? Is that it? Let's look at the work order. Oh, God. Can you believe that? Let's get this thing down, get it ready for the customer, and get it out of here. Okay. There we go. Finished the job. I only made $297. I spent $600 in labor. Oh my God. Car's incomplete. Cannot perform this action. Rubber bushing is missing. What? Alright. I'm going to end the episode here and figure out what I did wrong. And I'll see you in the garage in the next episode. It's a cliffhanger. Hope you had fun. Give me a like if you liked it. Share it if you have a friend. And subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you in the garage in the next episode.